Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a full solo playthrough of Streets. This is the deluxe edition, straight off of Kickstarter, which includes a few promo tiles and optional modules. I will not be playing with any of that today. This will be the most basic version of the game. To set up Streets, place the central station tile in the middle of the table and populate it with one of each type of person: tourist, hipster, parent, and shopper. Make sure that they are lying down. Then place the city park tile perpendicular to the central station, just like this, so the roads connect and form a corner. Now form the building stack by removing tiles based on player count and shuffling. When playing with less than 5 players, remove the 5 tiles with the 5+ in the bottom right hand corner of the tile. For the solo game, you set up as if you were playing a 2-player game by removing 2 of each type of tile, which I've already done. After shuffling, deal out 3 tiles for the solo opponent, known as the grifter. Keep these next to the stack. Deal yourself 3 buildings from the top of the stack. Take your 5 ownership markers of a color of your choice. The grifter gets all of the unused tokens. Then, flip the entire stack face up so that you can only see the top tile. This is not done in the multiplayer game. Place the sack of money nearby. For a normal difficulty game, give the grifter $20 to start with. And for a hard game, give them $50. We will be playing on easy, so the grifter will start with nothing. And now we are ready to play. The first thing you do on your turn is you must build one of your 3 buildings. I've started with the Sweet Ice Cream Shop, the Microbrewery, and the Realtor's Office. Each building has a person icon at the bottom. So here we have a tourist, here we have a hipster, and on the Realtor's Office we have a wild icon. Each building also has a scoring condition. For Sweet Ice Cream, you're going to gain 6 money for every 2 parent symbols that are on the street. The Microbrewery is going to copy one of the other buildings on your street. And the Realtor's Office scores 2 money for every building that's on the street. Money is victory points in this game. Each building also has a symbol in the left for an expansion that we're not using. I think I'm going to build the Sweet Ice Cream Shop, and I think we're just going to place it right here. There are a few rules for how you place buildings out onto the map. You must connect streets, so you can see the street here at the bottom. So this would be a legal placement because that connects the street. I could also place it here, or I could place it here. I could even place it like this, because that's continuing the street. Illegal placements would be like that. That would not be allowed. This would be allowed, because that continues. But something like that would not be allowed. This would be okay, but not that, because the street is not continuing. You also cannot double up a street like that. That would also be an illegal placement. For now, I think we're just going to go like this, and we've now extended this street. This street is now 2 tiles long, and this city park is actually closing off. It's enclosing one side of that street. This street will never grow further on this side. A street scores once it's been enclosed on both sides. And a street can never be more than 5 tiles long. When you build a building, you put one of your ownership markers on there to show that you're the one who built that. And you place a person for every icon. So we have a tourist icon down there, so we place 1 tourist. And you always place them lying down. We would now score the street if we had enclosed the street on both sides, which we have not. So we'll skip that for now, and now it's the grifter's turn. They just build the top tile of the stack. They're going to build it in such a way so that the valuation of this tile is the greatest at the time when they built it. So the huge mall here is going to score $2 for every blue person, for every shopper that's on the street. Now, right now, there's only 1 shopper. The grifter's going to want to play that onto that street. So it's just going to play it like that. That's the location that gives it the greatest valuation. You place any of the other ownership markers onto it to show that the grifter built it. And when there's a wild icon, you do not place any people. If the grifter had enclosed a street, we would score it now. That did not happen, so we'll skip that. And now we get to draw back up to 3 tiles. Boom, we got the incredible daycare. This is going to score $3 for every one of our ownership markers on the street. And there you go. Now we just start again. Our sweet ice cream shop now has 2 of those parent symbols on the street. One here and one from that wild. That's going to score us 6 money. But if we were to play the incredible daycare, that would be another one. Maybe we can just keep going on this street. The other thing we could do is try to connect into that street. I feel like I just want to continue this street here. We're going to play the incredible daycare. And I'm going to be doing a lot of moving and shifting things around as this city grows. We play our ownership marker. It's going to get a green person, parent. We didn't close off a street. The grifter is now going to play the trendy lofts. This is going to score 2 money for every tourist symbol. And right now, because of that wild, there's 2 tourist symbols here. If they were to play it like this, or like this, they would include those. So if you look at these icons, they're pointing down. So that means that you would include it on this street. You would count those symbols on this street. But that would only be 1. And here, there's 2. So the grifter's going to want to just add to this street right now. And that helps us, because that's 2 more symbols there. We add that, and that's going to get 2 parents on it. Now that this street is 5 tiles in length, we cannot make it any larger. And we won't score it until we've capped it off over here. We've enclosed the street, then we'll score it. It's kind of in our best interest to close it off, and you'll see why here in a second. Well, look at this. We got the colossal head, which is a little tourist attraction, but this thing's going to score 6 points, 6 money, if it's used as an enclosing building. That makes me think that we want to maybe enclose off this street with the colossal head. Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to play that right to here, and we're going to play it like that. And now that we have streets on both sides of this one, it is now completely enclosed. So let's make sure we put our ownership marker here. Place a tourist. And now we're going to score this street. Let's start with sweet ice cream. We're getting 6 money for every pair of parent symbols. Well, we got a pair there. We have 1 there and a wild there, so that's a pair. And then just 1 more. So close to 3 pairs, but we got 2 pairs. That's going to be 12 money. And then we take back our ownership token. You have a limited number of these ownership tokens, and so you need to be aware of that. You have to make sure that you're getting them back into your supply, because if you ever have to build a building and you don't have an ownership marker, you have to take it from another building. That'll be a building you don't get to score. So nice to get these back. Now let's go over to this one. This said $3 per ownership marker. So we had 2 ownership markers. So we'll get 6. And we get that back. And now the grifter gets to score. The huge mall is 2 per blue. Meeple, there's only 1. So that's just $2. Where's our ones? There we go. Put his money over here. Gets that back. And here it was 2 per tourist icon. Just 1 tourist icon. Oh, there's another one. So that's a wild. So he's going to get 4. 5 and 1 back. So we did much better on this street than the grifter did, which is great. Now there's something I forgot. You also get points for people that are on your building. For this one, I get a money. And for this one, I get a money. So I get 2 additional bucks. And the grifter didn't have anyone on this, but had 2 here, so they also get 2 more. Now, these people want to move to other buildings. Once you score a street, all the people want to move to other buildings. And they're going to move to buildings of their type that they want to go to. And the person who closed the street gets to decide where they go. Since we closed it, we're going to get to move these people. Now, there aren't any other buildings around except for our colossal head. All of these tourists are going to go over and move over to the colossal head. If there were buildings of other types, then these would move as well. But since they have nowhere else to go, they stand up. The book says that they get FOMO, which means that the next time a building of their color is played, they're going to immediately go to it. We're all done. Now it's time for the grifter. One of the reasons why I closed that off when I did was because I took a look at what the grifter was going to be playing next. They're going to be playing a wild building, and these people will never go to a wild building. They can only go to ones that have their specific icon on it. I knew that I would have a chance to play a building and capture some of these people, and that's a big part of the game. Oh, unfortunately, that's the one we're gonna get. There's a little bit of looking ahead in this game, and that was unfortunate. Was hoping for a green building there so we could get these green guys. Anyway, we have this indie stage, and this wants yellow people, and so this is where it's going to build, right here. Just like that. Oh no, actually, I'm wrong about that, because while these symbols apply to the street because it's pointing, the people do not. That person is not technically on this street. So right now, there's nowhere that this could be placed where it would have a yellow. So everything is tied. And anytime there's a tie or the decision to be made for the grifter, then the player gets to place it wherever they want. And you can use that to your own advantage. So we could just add on to this street, but I'm not sure why I'd want to do that. We could add it over here, maybe. Yeah, why don't we stick it up here? Because that's a pretty useless street. We'll put their ownership marker on, and because that's a wild, a person doesn't get placed there. And now we fill our hand back up to 3, and we go again. That's the tile that the grifter is going to be playing, so they're not going to pick up any new people either. If we were to play the microbrewery somewhere, that hipster would immediately come over to it. That is good. Is there a tile that we really want to copy? Not quite yet. That's just 6. But I still think it's nice to play this. Let's go ahead. We're going to create a little block right here. Because we played a yellow building, this guy is going to immediately run over here. The grifter is going to play this. Okay, wants those tourist symbols. There's a tourist symbol there, there's a tourist symbol here, and there's a tourist symbol there. There's also this wild, and there's this wild over there. So these are tied, so we can really decide where we want to put it. I kind of want to play something there. We could just have them do something like that, I think. And then we get this one. Still, we really want a green building so we can pick up some of these people. I think this will work. I think this is good. We're going to play that there. Now, the problem is we need to start worrying about capping this off a little bit. We want our opponent to help out, and I think they might. They have these luxury apartments which say $6 if it's an enclosing building. The AI wants to close off a street. Now, they can't completely close off a street. Oh, no, wait. Actually, I was wrong. They're going to go here. If they can close down a street completely, then they will. And they actually have the opportunity to do that here. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping that they could help us close this one off. They're going to put their little marker there. This little short street has just got closed off. Now, it has 1, 2 symbols, so it's going to get $4 plus 1 for this guy. That's 5. And then this one is going to go to a pink location. Can't go onto this street because that street's been closed. So couldn't go here. Has to go to an open place. The grifter would have them go to one of their own buildings, but can't go here because that's a wild symbol. The only pink location is mine. I'm actually going to get to benefit a little bit from that. We get to draw, and ooh, we got what we wanted. This green building is going to help us out a lot. We're having a little bit of problems here. I think let's just go ahead and do this while we can. We're going to pop that onto there. And because it's a green building, all of these green folks with FOMO are gonna rush over there. They are very excited to check that out. Oh, and look what I forgot. The grifter built a blue building. This guy ran over there immediately. There we go. Glad I caught that. Oh, look at that. Building a concept store just like the one I have. This is going to get 2 for every blue symbol. Well, we got a blue symbol here, blue there, a wild there, so I get to choose, and I think I kind of want it to join our little area over here, I think, because that's 2 tourists, and that's what I need for this. I think I will do that. Now, that street is 5 long, so it can't grow any further. We're going to have to cap it off. We grab the high-end tailor. Yeah, we really want to start capping this thing. Yeah, we'll cap it like that. Now, that's pointing a blue onto this street. Is there something I would rather? Maybe... I don't want to point a blue on there, do I? I want to point this on there. Yeah, for that. There we go. That's what we want to do. We want to place that down there and pop these guys on. The grifter is doing the posh nightclub. 3 per ownership icon. 1, 1, 1. So there we go. We get to decide again. I guess we'll just toss it out here so we don't have to deal with it. Okay. And we get fashion outlet. Another copy ability. We're going to want to do another capper over there. We have 3 sets of this. We got 2 there, 2 there, and then those 2. So that's a really great one for us. We also have this one that's going to be able to copy that. And that one's worth 10. This one's only going to be worth 6. So because we're out of ownership tokens, before we build, we have to take one off the board. Now, taking it off of this one, though, means these guys go away. But they can run over here. So that's not a big deal. I won't be losing anything. So I'm going to take that back. I'm abandoning this building, essentially. And when you abandon a building, the people on there, they run away just as normal. And luckily I have this down here, because if I didn't, they'd be running over to our opponent. But because I have this here, I can choose to have them run over here. Now that I have a token, I can build. I think we're just... I hate to put a blue out there. No matter what I do, I'm going to help him a little bit. Maybe... Okay, I'm going to take that. Now we've capped off this street, and so we can score it. I'll start right here, because this is huge. 6 points for every pair. 1, 2, 3. 3 pairs, 18 points. Plus, can't forget the people on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've done that one. This one's going to let us copy. So boom, we're going to copy this one. We don't get to copy the points that you get for the people. It's just for the valuation of the building itself. So that's going to be another 18. And then we get those 2 people. So 2 more. And then this one is 2 per building in the street. Well, we got the max, 5. So that's going to be 10 more. We get all of these back. And our opponent only has this one. It's 2 per shopper icon. So we have the wild is 1, and that one is 2. So that's $4. Plus these 2, 6 altogether. And now the people need to run away, and there's couple spots for them. These 2 can go to our area over here, so that worked out well. Boy, I don't think these greens or the yellows have anywhere to go, so they're all just going to stand up. So the rest of these buildings are all blue. Interesting. So once again, we want to build a green location if we can. Well, that was our turn. Gonna build some craft coffee. Ooh, $4 per wild symbol. We got a wild symbol on that street. And that looks like about it. So they're definitely going to come here. I guess they could go to that wild also, if I wanted them to. They could do something like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. And what do we get? The best sushi. Having a lot of blue buildings come out here. This is crazy. Well, honestly, this wouldn't be a bad place to build this, because there's the wild, there's a yellow. I also kind of want to get to capping this off, and this wants blue symbols, so let's do this sushi house here. I like that. Flea market. Where is the best place to put this? I should probably be adding on to this central station, like right here. That's probably what I should have done, actually. And that is probably what they're gonna do, right? Because that is actually the best for them. Because they actually have both of those symbols. I think I made a mistake there, but yeah, I think they're gonna pick up on that mistake and go there. Ooh, look at this. Well, this actually works for here, doesn't it? Yeah. The Chillax Spa and this concept store go nicely together. Oh, and I just remembered. These people would go here. And these people would go here, wouldn't they? We missed out. That's a shame. So this I could cap this and score. And that would be a double score. That's pretty good. I'd definitely come out on top there. The problem is, where would those yellows go? They wouldn't go to him. I would love to have some sort of green thing out there, but I think this works too well. So I'm going to scoot over a little bit here, and we're going to play this like that. Those two complement each other perfectly. Their bicycle repair bar. Okay, wants parents. Well, there's two parents right there. There's two parents here. And these yellow symbols. Now, they don't worry about that. You do not have to, when you're planning where to place things, you do not have to take into account how the building will help other buildings. For the AI, all you have to do is worry about the valuation of this building. And if it's tied, you can put it to the spot that is worse, you know, for the AI, that's better for you. All it cares about is parents. And right now, it could get two parent symbols by going here. And it could go get two parent symbols by going here. So those are equal, so I get to pick. And so I'm going to choose for it to go here, because that'll just be better for me than it going here. And then we get this one. Okay, we finally got a green building. So that starter home would do well here, but we need to cap something off. And I think we're going to use this fashion outlet, and we're going to cap that street off. Because we come out ahead in this deal, I think. We're getting 5 for that pair. We have 2 pairs, so that's 10. Plus the one guy. 11. Get 1 back. That's something. And they're getting 4 for that 1 wild 5, 6, 7. So we did come out slightly ahead there. These yellow guys are going to his building, because I don't have a yellow building out there. But I definitely have a blue one. Art gallery. Just cares about yellow tokens. And look, 2 yellow there. Ooh, I don't want him to put it there. Hopefully there's another place that's just as good. Unfortunately, I think he's gonna put it there because that's 2 yellow. That's the best. That's gonna help out the AI a bunch. Gonna go right there and immediately close that off. So grabbing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 there. Nine from that one. And 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, where are these yellow guys going? I think they have FOMO now. No other yellow buildings that I can see. And we get the warehouse. Ooh, okay, so this scores 2 for each building around it. Popping it somewhere like that would be ideal. Problem is we only have one of these left. We're not in a great position here. We probably want to try to close this off, I think. But with what? Maybe with this realtor's office? I think we'll put that there. Like that. Okay. Grifter's got the car park. Well, that's what we were talking about. It's going to place it here, I think, or here. Nope, this is better. We'll go like that. We get this one. And now the stack is empty. So when the stack is empty, we are no longer going to be drawing from the stack. We're going to be playing out the rest of our tiles from our hand. And the grifter is going to be playing their tiles. The 3 that we set aside at the beginning of the game. So we just shuffle these up. Flip it. And these will be the ones that they're playing. Okay, well, I'm out of ownership markers again. So I think I'm going to grab this one over here. We're abandoning that building. This guy can come over here to the Chillax Spa. So that's an upgrade for that guy. I'm going to play this shopping area because it's just perfect for this street I have going on here. Put that there. There we go. And we don't draw because we're just playing out our last hands. So Grifter's going to play the starting home. Again, just cares about parents. Well, that's 2 parents. And this is 2 parents. I do not want him playing there. That would immediately score. Looks like it's going to go right here. Again, out of ownership, so I'm going to take that marker there. Those weren't going to score very well anyway, so it's fine. This guy can go over here. This is just a great place to play this warehouse. Now, the problem is, it's also helps his car park. He's actually going to score more than I do. So we're going to hold off on that. We're going to close this street off, is what we're going to do. So we're going to use the starter home to do that. And we've closed this off, and this is going to score huge. Each pair of that, well, we've got 3 pairs. Because of that wild. So that's 15. Oh, plus this 1. Here we get 2 for that, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. And 2 for those. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Problem is, these blues are gonna go to his building. And the pinks, I think, have nowhere to go. So they're gonna FOMO. Unfortunately, playing a yellow. And they want to close something off with this one. Well, it's right here. So they'll close this off. Two, 4, 6, 7. Ooh, look at this. 2 sets. That worked out well. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And these greens, I think, are going to go to me. They're coming here. Yep, that worked out nicely. Okay, last play. So once again, if I put the warehouse here, I'm scoring both of our things equally. I can also put it here. So I guess we'll do that. We'll put it there. It's going to instantly score 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And last one for the AI. Art gallery. Oh, wait, I forgot. These all come over here. Always forget about these FOMO guys. It's just going to be right here, I think, which is fine. And there we go. That's the end. So at the end of the game, you get to score all of your buildings that haven't scored, but you score them at half the amount of money rounded up. This is 2 per building in the street. There's only the 1, so that's just $1. And this is my last one right here. 2 per that icon, so that's all we got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Half is 5. These guys don't move during this scoring. And now the AI has a bunch. So let's just go through these. So that's 2, 4, 5. So it's going to get 3. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 7. Oh, this one's also 6, 7, 8. So 4. Ooh, this one is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 7. Okay, that's actually 0. And this one is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6 more. Okay, and now we just count up our money. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 30. That's 5. That's 10. That's 20. So, final score for the grifter, 90. Let's see how we did. Well, here's 20, 20, and 10. That's 50. 20, 20, and 10. That's 100. 20, 2 20s. So there we go. We had 147 to the AI's 90. Now, if we had been playing on medium difficulty, they would have started with an extra 20. So we still would have won. And in fact, in the hard version, they would start with an extra 50. And we still would have won. So even on hard mode, we would have won by 7 points. Well, there you go, guys. That's a complete solo playthrough of Streets. Now, hopefully I didn't make any major mistakes there. I will admit I have trouble with this sort of spatial stuff. I'm sure I missed optimal placement or something like that. But hopefully that at least shows you guys how the game is played. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.